In his first year as head of DC Studios, things have certainly been rough for James Gunn, and we haven't even seen the first iteration of his new DCU yet. This is just based on all the decisions he's making and criticism of the creative direction that he's headed in. Obviously, didn't start off on the right foot with firing Henry Cavill, the man that so many people wanted to be Superman, and since then it's just kind of been one thing after another. But when people saw the articles and headlines out there that we talked about the other day, James Gunn getting in trouble for 11-year-old social media posts, a lot of people thought it was a joke. It can't be. James Gunn can't be getting in trouble for years-old social media posts again, can he? Well, this time it's not for the jokes or the weird shit that he was talking about. Instead, it's something that relates directly to his job as head of DC Studios. 11 years ago, James Gunn decided to go on some rants about his opinions on Batman and the Batman movies, and fans were not happy with it. James Gunn's 11-year-old Facebook comments on previous Batman films resurface, and we will go over exactly what he said once again. But there was some question out there. Well, is it really him? It was obviously him. All you had to do was dig a little bit and you could see people screen recording. It was his account. But now it's officially official because James Gunn has now deleted his personal Facebook account. James Gunn deactivates Facebook page after his controversial Batman comments resurface online. Oh, James Gunn, you would think, like, after everything he'd been through, one, that he would either just fucking purge all his social media shit from a long time ago, or that he would maybe be a little more thoughtful about it. But no, not the case for one James Gunn. DC Studios boss James Gunn nixed one of his social media accounts following the resurfacing of some old comments he made about Christopher Nolan and Tim Burton's Batman films. Gunn has always been an active presence online, you could certainly say that, often using social media accounts not only to promote his films, but interact with fans and answer their questions. However, that will no longer happen on Gunn's Facebook account. James Gunn deactivates personal Facebook account. It appears that James Gunn has recently deactivated his personal Facebook account. The director had been posting on it as recently as last week, but visiting the link to his page now serves us with content deleted message. This is what you get when you do click on that. This content isn't available right now. When this happens, it's because the owner only shared it with a small group, changed who can see it, or it's been deleted. So who knows if he actually just deleted the whole thing, just privated it, whatever. Either way, James Gunn did not want anyone to find anything else about what he said, either about DC movies or any more, off-color jokes he may have had. And this is what people were upset about. I want to go to these. He basically was talking about different Batman movies of the past. Keep in mind, this came out before Christopher Nolan completed his trilogy. These are posts from like 2012. So this came out, I believe, before Dark Knight Rises. So he does reference the first two Nolan movies, but not the third. Let's get into this. This is his criticism of Tim Burton's Batman movies and Michael Keaton. Maybe explains to a lot of people why he wanted Michael Keaton to die in the new Flash movie instead of having him survive and be a presence in the DCU going forward. Maybe that's why these things actually kind of do matter a little bit, because these are James Gunn's opinions about these DC movies and these characters. And he changed the ending for The Flash. That was his decision, his creative decision to do those things. And now you start to see maybe some of the reasons why Michael Keaton is not going to have any role in the future of DC. Keaton did have a ridiculous voice. That said, I'd rather put up with a ridiculous voice than with horrible action sequences and acting barely worthy of the Batman TV show. B, I have no idea how you can think that Burton Batman has more similarities with Moore or Miller's Batman and Joker than Nolan's does. And listen, I have problems with both of Nolan's films. I don't think either one's a classic, and I don't even think Batman Begins is good. But they're far superior to the first Batman. C, none of your defense can get by that despite the first cinematic dark take on Batman. So what? Stallone's Judge Dredd was the first dark take on Judge Dredd. That movie is awful. Oh yeah, and Jack Nicholson as the Joker is Jack Nicholson in The Shining with shitty clown makeup. Fuck you, everyone involved with that travesty. Here's another one. The Tim Burton Batman is poorly written. The soundtrack is the worst work of everyone, and it's absolutely one of the most boring films ever. Not only that, the reveal of the Joker is the killer of Bruce Wayne's parents spits in the face of Batman's origins and is a nullification of the bottomless thirst for vengeance that necessarily drives Batman. It pretends not to be campy, but it's completely so. And on top of everything, the dark creature of the night can't even move his fucking neck. Give me a break. It's ridiculous. Awful film. Burton's Planet of the Apes is genius in comparison. All of these things James Gunn has now purged from the internet. So for people that were asking, is it real? Is it not? It clearly is real. It was his account. You could see people taking videos, going there to his posts, promoting stuff and interacting with, his buddies, everything like that. And now that's all gone. And there's another thing to talk about. Is it fair to hold somebody, who's now part of this studio to what they said 11 years ago? People's opinions can change, certainly, whether it's on movies, whether it's political. People change over 11 years. But nonetheless, for the guy who's the head of DC Studios and has recently made decisions involving erasing the plans that they had for Michael Keaton going forward, you certainly have to look at this and say, that's really fucking interesting. Clearly, he thought it was bad enough to try to hide it and delete it and hope nobody finds anything else. But for James Gunn to be involved in this, for it to be James Gunn old social media posts coming back up, it's just the height of irony. What do you guys think after he has officially deleted his Facebook account, his personal Facebook account, not his page? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.